How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial, and today I'm going to tell you about cave delving kits. Now, what is a cave delving kit? Well, a cave delving kit is something that is more or less, for lack of a better word, something that you wouldn't mind losing if you went down inside of a cave and died. So, what I have basically in my hotbar, I'll go through each items individually and their uses, but this is what a caving kit looks like in alpha. This is the pre-hunger system, so this is long before the survival mechanism of sprinting and knockback and all these other sword techniques existed. Also, there's no hunger mechanic, so I'm free to move and jump as I freaking please. But food in this game replenishes health, right? So obviously we're going to want a way of healing ourselves down in the cave. So a sword is pretty simple, pretty basic. You already know what a sword is. Chances are you have used them 1,000 times if you played Minecraft. But if you're new to this, or you're new to the alpha caving system, it's a little bit different. It's quite sprawled out to the point that caves intersect, interlope, and intertwine. And the fact is that it's so easy to get lost. You have to have several different types of techniques just to uh, prevent, getting displaced, for lack of a better term. Hello, chicken. So what the sword does is it's your basic thing. You kill with it. I recommend if you're going in the caves to not take anything more than a stone sword. And some people will be like, "What do you mean a stone sword? Won't that leave me? Won't that break pretty soon? Like leave me stranded?" And the answer to that question is yes, it will. But that's why you create a spare. You see, if you were to fall into lava like happened in one of my episodes, you're going to lose all your shit, and if you had an iron sword, well, you've lost the iron sword. Plus, you want to save your iron for doing other things, like tools, for instance. Pickaxes are important because that allows you to get more diamonds and things, right? So the sword is pretty basic. Food, we need to heal ourselves, so always take at least two pieces of pork chop. You want a steel pickaxe and a stone one. The steel one you want to use for mining gold, redstone, diamonds, things of that nature. I don't even know if lapis is in this version, but and then the stone pickaxe you want to use for mining just standard old, iron, coal, stone itself. And you want to bring a stack of wood with you simply for the fact that you need to always be able to create sticks in a crafting grid. So bring at least, I recommend 24 planks, but you can bring a max up to 64. So long as it doesn't like put you out to the point that it's difficult to uh, obtain such a large quantity. Now then, shovels. Shovels are important because they allow you to dig gravel pretty quickly, and oftentimes when you're digging through caves or you need to remove gravel, for instance, they are quite a pain in the ass when you come across a gravel vein like this, because you end up, if you have to dig by hand, wasting a lot of time. So it's much quicker and efficient to do it this way. So up next is a bucket. Buckets have so many uses, it's ridiculous. And in the newer versions of Minecraft, even more so, because you can negate fall damage by dropping a bucket of water at your feet. You can't do it on this version. You don't have far enough reach, I think. Or fall damage isn't compensated. I don't know. I don't think I've survived any falls into water. But there are several techniques for water. One is getting rid of the lava, obviously. Another is pushing back mobs. You can climb walls with it. It becomes your ladder, just like this. You can descend walls with it, just like this. Turn around, grab, drop down. And if it's a far enough drop, you'll want to hesitate by pressing spacebar. Eggs, pointless. Gravel, I don't really have a use for. That's not part of this tutorial. So next I recommend stone blocks. Cobblestone specifically. And the reason for this is because in the caves, Nothing stands out more, especially in alpha, than a stone block. Also, stone blocks can be used to tell the direction. So right now, just by looking at this, I can tell you that I'm facing north. And you might ask, well, how do you know that? Well, I'm facing north because, one, the moon is over there setting in the west. And two, the cobblestone, even underground or in the nether, you can navigate by finding true north. And you just basically look for this white patch at the corner of the cobblestone block. And that's always pointing northeast. So that way is northeast. And look for this L. You can't unsee it once you have saw it. It'll always, once it looks like the shape of an L, a proper L to you, you're facing north. Also, you can use my torch technique. And finally, that's where this comes in. You want torches. At least 24 torches and some sticks so that you can find coal down in the mines. Sticks are almost as important as a sword itself. Or hell, a pickaxe for that matter. So you can use the block system that I have developed, if you would like, to determine which direction you need to go to specific things. For instance, I'm down in the cave, I'm turning around, I don't know where to go. Well, I come across this block and I remember placing this torch here. Well, my method means that this is the way out. This points towards the way out. So it also tells me that just go straight that way. And you're like, well, how do you know that? Well, if I had to go straight and up over something, I would place a torch up and there to signify I got to go up, but in that direction. And if I had to go diagonally, I would just place a torch like this and show which diagonal that I had to go in. Like if I had to go this way, I would place torches there, etc., etc. So now you're asking, well, how the hell do I know to go down? Like, what if I needed to go down? Well, to go down, you simply just mine the block there and put a torch. So, that being said, I hope this tutorial has helped you some. I forgot. The final piece that I would recommend is an armor chest plate. It doesn't matter what material, so long as it's not made out of diamond. Diamonds are a rarity, and it's kind of a waste to use it in alpha because the durability isn't that great. So I would keep it for swords and pickaxes. And namely, I wouldn't even make pickaxes with it after, you get another portal, and you don't really need obsidian for anything, so I would just skip out on doing that entirely. Just keep your diamonds for swords, okay? And maybe jukeboxes. I don't even remember when CDs were added to alpha. But I will tell you guys this. I hope you have learned something. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I will see you in the next video. So, ta-ta.